Hello, everybody. My name is Puppet from the Geeky Puppet Show here on the Geeky Puppet Show. Today, for what? What? Well, we have contacted another channel where we took over reviews before, and we've decided to take over these as well and bring it home to us here on the Geeky Puppet Show.
We're the only channel. We don't talk about other channels here, bro. It's all about the puppets.
Oh.
So we're jumping in with Season 2 of Resident Alien with Alan Tudyk. Special guests. You know him as the octopus in this episode, as he was in the previous season.
Oh, Nathan Fillion.
Nathan
well, I don't
Fillion.
think he's a special guest. I think he's going to
No,
be
he is a special
around.
guest. He literally released an Instagram story a week back. He said, like the trailer, he said, since Alan Tudyk was on his show, The Rookie, he said, it's only fair that I get to be on your show. Them being long friends since the show Firefly. Good show. Lasted only, a season? And then they got axed by Fox.
Yep.
So, anyway, very, 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 very fun show. It's really odd for me to say a fun show when I say also the fact it's on sci-fi.
Yeah, well, I mean, sci-fi isn't foreign with the concept of decent television. Honestly, when it comes to movies, they do suck, but with television, they have a certain way of making good shows. Sometimes they drop the ball, but most of the time, when they have a new show come out, there's something interesting, good about it.
Yeah, I want to say the last time I associated a show with sci-fi was, Farscape, 1999 to 2001, I think. Or 2002.
One of the shows I watched on there was Dark Matter. It was a good show.
But was there comedy like this show?
No, it was more serious.
More serious. That's the thing. Sci-fi has gone away from what they had with Jim Henson, or I guess Jim Henson. It's Brian Henson's Creature Shop, basically, because looking for his dad. They did a Farscape. To going to basically kind of serious, more like sci-fi. I guess really outer space is what they do with Expanse. And then they canceled that. Amazon took it over for 2 more seasons and just basically made a mockery of what sci-fi is, because you take away their good shows and put it on another's channel, you lose viewers, man. So anyway, they are doing well with this show. I'll say that. I'm surprised it's got a second season. It's not politically correct. It is very good. For those who are chasing ghosts or looking for woke stuff, you're not going to find it in here. What you're going to find is basically stereotypes and people making fun of that stereotypes.
Something like that. Well, last year we got introduced to the show, and we got to see Alan Tudyk as he plays an alien who has taken over the life of a man named Harry. He's a town doctor, and last year he completed his weapon to destroy all humanity on Earth.
Well, yeah, he crash landed, and he had to go find his ship. He's finding pieces and pieces, so he finally found a device. Basically, it's a little orb bomb. He sets it off. It kills everything. Oh, I guess every human. It leaves all the animals and everything else alone. So until he finally found a device, he's every day he puts his snowshoes on. I guess they're in Colorado, somewhere near the mountains. He crashed, and he was going up there. He had the little metal detector, and yeah, it was actually kind of cool because he actually did find it towards the end. Spoilers for those who haven't seen it.
Spoilers in the title, man.
Well, I'm saying for the first season, they only were spoiling the second season, second episode, first premiere episode. Anyway, so yeah, he found a device, but he couldn't, and he decided not to use it because he had formed a bond with the human Astra. And for those who are wondering, Astra. Tomato.
Potato.
Alfredo.
Alfrada? Let's call the whole thing off.
Anyway, so yeah, because he bonded the human, so he decided not to. Also, the little kid Max is a great character in this show. His mom's basically an idiot, and his dad's an even bigger idiot, and his dad's the mayor of the small town.
Max so this episode, let's go ahead and get.
I'm just catching up people up, okay? It's a season. It's the last season for those who haven't watched it. I'm just trying to do a little catch up, okay? That we can jump into. We get all the time in the world, bro.
We do not.
Why are you gonna kill us?
45, Peacemaker.
Oh, he's gonna kill us. Okay. Well, anyway, yeah.
Ah!
So Max, what's really cool about this show is that Max actually can see him, the alien. He's the only, as Harry said, it's bullshit because only 1 in a million people and 1 in 1,000 in this town have the gene where they can see stuff through his disguise. And Max has made his life a whole living hell this whole entire time. And he's tried many times to kill Max. One time he cut the brakes on the kid's bike, caused him a crash. And the fact that he's a town doctor, Max came in there with his dad. He's like, oh, what happened? He's, oh, yeah, Max had an accident. I'm like, oh, how unfortunate that you survived. So it's a little humor between those two. This is a comic book show. For those who don't realize it, actually is a comic book. And for what I've been told and going over it, pretty much the first season is it's opposite what happens in the book. So they've kind of changed a few things. So if you're expecting to be exactly the same as the book, it's a little different. And actually it works in a good way. But anyway, we're gonna go into the first episode now of the season 2, where remember Max Spacey it snuck aboard as Harry was gonna go back to his planet. And it's weird because they show them driving the truck, but then you realize they're actually in the spaceship.
Yeah. It was to show how memories, because that's what the voiceover this week is all about. Because every episode has Harry voicing over. It's about memories and how they can be viewed differently and the feelings behind them and how things are. And so he's seen him driving a truck, and he has the kid in the back. He has Max in the back. Oh, well, you just stop. There's nothing you can do. I'm going home. And that's when Max just leaps at the wheel, causes them to crash, and it seems, well, that's the end. They go back to Earth. Mm-hmm.
It crash landed on Earth, yes. Harry's ship crash landed in the I guess right field of a baseball diamond.
Yep.
Which it's still invisible. Harry ended up being found waking up in the hospital and he says, they ask him, the doctor, do you remember who you were? He's like, I'm an alien. You're all gonna die. And then they gave him a sedative, knocked him out a little bit.
But he looks human to them.
Yeah,
he's not in his alien shape.
Yeah, he's in his human. And as you said before, as a voiceover, human minds are fragile. And because he's more human now, because he's in human form, he's more human than alien. He's got brain damage a little bit. Where at one point they actually bring a joke from the very first episode. Do you remember that?
Yes. Because Asta eventually she goes to check on Max's parents to say that Max was lost, taken to space by an alien. But there's Max, and he doesn't remember how he got back to Earth, but he woke up on the baseball diamond. And they go there, they check it out, and that's when she hears about who she's looking for. Harry. So she goes down to the doctor's office, sits there, and Harry seems to wake up, and she goes over, oh my gosh, Harry, are you okay? And he's talking about how, oh, I was worried about you. You've got to be more careful on the job. And
yeah, because Harry, when he's undercover, he talks more about the brain and stuff, how he tries to associate things, rearrange things. And he's having flashbacks to him when he learned how to speak. When he originally, after he killed the original Harry human, took it on his form, and then sat there and watched hours and hours of Law and Order. So he ends up thinking he's the main detective, the guy
Detective
from
Collette?
Yeah, I think that's what his name is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Lenny Collette, something like that.
So if you remember who that actor is on Law and Order, that's the father of Baby from Dirty Dancing. So he thinks he's that guy. He stole he gets out and stole some guy's old person's coat, and he took the wallet out and threw the keys out.
You definitely should. Honestly, we're describing the antics, but it's so much better to see for yourself.
Yeah, Jerry Orbach, that's the actor's name. Oh, I guess the more you know. And knowing's half the battle.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty.
And
he thinks
Asta is his prostitute.
CI.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so
Informant, yeah.
Asta takes him in his suit, and they go to a restaurant they usually eat at. And eventually he's called over by, what is that? What is that? It's an octopus. Yes, it's Nathan Fillion as number 42 because that's his number on the menu. But he calls.
Well, we should really explain that. Octopuses are long distant descendants of Harry's race, the alien race. That's why they're able to communicate. And also as the octopus yelled to Asta, it's like, well, we don't talk to humans because you always want to eat us.
Yep. Something like that. He goes ahead and says how she's kind of an idiot, and she's stunned. Did that octopus just call me an idiot? Because Harry is back. He wakes up. He's himself.
Yeah, the octopus as Harry was leaning over into the glass, touched his forehead and gave him a mental reboot. Control Alt Delete, whatever you want to tell, and just hit reset. Yeah, so he's back. He's back to where. And at first, you remember, oh crap, my ship. He runs out. At first, so it's great. He runs out, and he goes over to the baseball field, and of course we got the blonde, Darcy. Yeah, he's playing baseball in there, and Harry's like, oh crap, they're gonna hit the ball. She hits the ball, and one of the outfielders runs over, from their team, and he's standing by his ship, and he's like, he trips the guy and catches the ball.
He goes like this.
Yeah.
Why aren't you doing it?
Yeah.
No.
Yes. I said, hey MK, as MK is pointing out, the show is hilarious when he called the little kid in the cabin. Yeah, like I said, Max and Harry have such a volatile relationship. Like Harry loathes him, but secretly he kind of cares, I guess. And Max is like, kind of came to accept it that he's like, Harry, you're a nice guy. You saved me, Chris. He's like, hell no, I did not save you. You have brain damage.
Because after they go ahead and he's able to, he realizes he can't get the ship working because they shut down the power. The game's called off. They can't get the ship working, and so he is convinced by Asta, this isn't going to work. He can't stay here. And so it melts down into 4 orbs in a canister.
As he said, alien balls.
4 alien balls, and it's a survival kit for his kind.
Yeah, because apparently the octopus said, it's like, you idiots. Do you think they're just going to stop? You failed their mission. They're going to send another person. That's what they always do.
Yeah, that's what the octopus
But he's like,
tells him.
I love how the octopus, he's like, before you go, take me with you. I'm on Monday special.
Yeah.
Who cares what part of this? They're gonna watch this episode anyway.
Well, I wanted to talk about when he goes home afterwards.
Well, we could do that still. We're just kind of jumping a little bit.
He goes home, and that's where Max is. That's what MK is saying. Yep. Max is at his cabin. He wanted to see him, saying how, oh, you care about me. But Harry is trying to say, no, you stupid shit pocket, go away. Mm-hmm.
Yep, and then Max is like, that was rude. I love the banter between the kids, even with each other. His friend, the Muslim girl. I forget what her name is.
I forgot what her name is.
But they're guarding the ship is off.
Haldar, something like that.
I don't know, but two kids on skateboards, idiots. Like they're just basically like a dumbest of dumbest. Basically today's kids, seniors. Walking over, and they said they feel it's close, and they're like, yeah, whatever. Then she stops by. It's like, hold on. She said a little air horn. She's got the little construction vest on. She's like, there was a sewage leak. You don't want to come over here. It'll get into your lungs, and then it'll cause your colons to clog up, and you'll poop out of your eyes. And they're like, what? He's like, that doesn't make sense. She's like, of course you don't understand. I don't think you even understand what the word underground sewage, where it means. And they kind of walk away. So the little girl she's smarter than Max, and I love how she does a little interview with him while they're waiting on the blankets before Max's dad comes to take them away. She's like doing another vision, like, so you're in outer space. What was it like? And she's like recording it to the little tape recorder. She's taking notes stuff too. He's like, what do you mean? It's like, do you have any increased intelligence? He's like, what? Clearly, no sign.
Premature aging. No, nothing about that. But that also leads into another segment. So last season, there were 2 agents. And these 2 agents were, well, basically trying to figure out who the alien is and where he is. It was this one black guy and this one woman. Okay. And they had the kids while the wife was working last season. And that's when the mayor came home and saw through the window who was there with the kids. So the 2 together had no time to wait. They got in and they started just beating them. And the music came on, Dr. Hook, spending the night together. Oh, yeah. And so that really spiced things up for them. Here, it's still spicing things up for them.
Oh my gosh.
How to recreate that feeling.
I love the whole point with the mayor is like, when they're doing description, like, the poor deputy, she's like writing down drawing, like, okay, now let's talk about the lips. She's like, first we talked about the nose, eyes, and you're talking about something close together. She's like, I don't know, I was too busy. I was hearing her behind. I was really hitting her, and they're getting and the mayor and his wife are getting really sexual innuendos, and I love how disturbed the deputy. She's like, yeah, sure. And he's like, and I love how she's just in there watching them, as they're going back and forth,
Should I get you a cup of water?
The wife's like, it's like, because we kept responding to the terms, getting even more aroused. She's like rubbing his leg, and they're thinking like they're gonna go at it. This is getting really uncomfortable.
Season 1 is on Peacock. Yes, it is a paying streaming service, but there's also a free option. So they have ads on some of the content that they offer. I do not know if they offer Resident Alien on free Peacock.
Well, the other thing too is you're gonna pay either way if you go to Walmart and buy it, or Target, wherever you go to.
Yeah,
that's where I bought it.
Picking out on Sci-Fi, you could probably catch some reruns. But new episodes will be premiering every Wednesday. As we were saying, yes, they're trying to spice things up, and you can see they're struggling towards the end as they're trying to figure out what exactly can recreate that feeling. But they're just
including where the wife puts a saddle on her back when they're in bed while the power's going fluctuating because Harry's trying to start his ship up. He's got a cowboy hat. The mayor has a cowboy hat on, and he has a handkerchief, and they're like spanking each other, and just like, and then they're in full bonnet. I just gotta say this: the mayor's wife's hot.
1 second.
She's weird, but crazy hot. All right.
Weird but crazy hot, you say?
If you come out with a saddle and a cowboy hat, I'm just gonna laugh. Oh wait. I'm scared now. This was not planned. This was not part of the script. I'm not getting paid for this crap.
We don't have a script. I don't know if you've been here lately.
I have my own script, and it's not in my script. I'm sorry if you don't read it.
Yes. Saddle and a cowboy hat. Move along, little doggies.
If you said move along, little froggies, I was going to lose my shit.
Move along, little froggies. But yes, I don't know why my star's acting up, but as we were saying, this show is a lot of fun. Towards the end here, there was a scene that you brought up. He reconnects with Asta and talks about how he's stuck there and he doesn't have his people. That's when he goes afterwards to a restaurant and he rescues number 42 after saying, I need to be closer to my kind. And the octopus points out, well, they're going to send somebody else. So in that moment, he's thinking, well, I have to do something. I have to do something to fix this. But he quickly grabs the octopus and makes a run for it. And that is the end of the episode.
Well, not necessarily, because Astra came over to check on Harry, making sure that he wasn't having a concussion. She looks around, she sees him, she sees the body floating in the water. She runs over and he's like, what's wrong? Is it can an alien think underwater without being disturbed by a human. He's like, and she's like, what, you have gills? He's like, yeah, duh. Were you not paying attention? Octopus relation?
Oh, well, sometimes you just have to
He was down
make
at that
do.
that one place, the village.
The village.
Yeah, with your people.
Yes. Yeah.
Hey, don't look at me. I didn't go down there and tell you to. You
But
made a choice.
this show is very good. And as we're rounding about here, it's definitely worth checking out. We had a lot of fun with it, and we liked season 1. We're liking season 2, and we can't wait to do more reviews. Definitely give it a chance if you can.
Yeah, but
I think that about does it for us here on the
those two things. I just real quick point out, they're talking about Asta. It's pronounced Asta.
Asta, yes, that's my bad.
Otherwise, most people will think of, when they think of Astra, they think of, well, if you're a comic book fan, you love Brits that smoke and swear and drink. Constantine, that was the name of the girl. Astra was the name of the girl. He went to hell.
That village is down the road from the YMCA. That's right. And you know what? They have a Navy recruitment center right down the road. But that is the end. Please make sure to like, comment, give us your thoughts on the show, on our review. Why not? Why don't you? And also make sure to subscribe. Trying to build up. If we can get to 100 by the end of end of next month.
Share this channel with your coworkers. Let them know what you watch. Don't be ashamed that you watch 2 puppets. And
it's okay that you watch 2 puppets. Trust me.
We're not going at it though, so it's not that kind of video, and you can share it with your friends.
Oof.
Yeah,
you gotta take it to the extreme.
I didn't take extreme. We would have been an extreme movie show if we would have done that.
But also check out Peacemaker. We're going to be reviewing that in just about 15 minutes. So check us out on that. And remember, there is a reading tonight on this channel. You do not want to miss it. It's going to be a lot of fun. But that does it for us here.
And also remember to wash your hands.
Yes, it's very important. But now we just want to say thank you so much. And we'll see y'all real soon.
This is bullshit.